Welcome to Volcanic Island! And today spawning at east side of the map, playing in yellow. We've got fitzbro playing as the Abbasid dynasty, and his opponent today on the west side of the map in orange, we've got Moo playing as the Mongols. Welcome everyone to this Age of Empires forecasted game on Volcanic Island, a very interesting dynamic... Hey, hang on a minute. That's an isolated sheep. He's got no friends, he's very lonely. Well, maybe you'll have some friends soon, because often on this map, you can chop through. It's the most direct route to your opponent, and well, we'll see if that will happen today. Lots of things can happen on this map. A very interesting one. Of course, you've got the fishing economy to be had as well. So we'll see if either player goes for the docks. And it could be an interesting one because the Mongols can often pressurize players who go for docks. And I think the Abbasid dynasty know this. They kind of can't go for water early. Even though they get the cheaper docks, it's kind of a problem because the Mongols can pressurize it really, really easily. With the double production from the Uvu, which is spawned here on the west side. And well... I mean, this is an interesting matchup for sure. The Abbasid dynasty and the Mongols, I think, used to be very, very Mongols favored. But things have slightly changed a little bit with the Abbasid dynasty, especially because now they got 4 options in terms of wings to get to the next stage. And the one that's really important against the Mongols is the military wing. The military wing now spawns 3 units, 2 archers and 2 spearmen, which are great at dealing with outpost rushes, which I'm sure is going to be coming very soon for the Mongols. It's what they do best, and there is the barracks as that confirmation that the Mongols will be tower rushing today on Volcanic Island, and well, the Abbasid dynasty do have the tools to deal with it, at least compared to what they used to be. And yeah, we'll see what fitzbro can do today on Volcanic Island. I hope you guys have been enjoying the casted game so far in 4K as well, so just be sure that if you've got a 4K monitor, 4K TV, you're ramping up the settings, because boy oh boy does Age of Empires 4 look good in 4K. But I mean, not only that, if you're on 1080p, don't worry, don't fret. I've put the graphic settings way up high, and it's come out of all the support that you guys have given me. Like, it's been amazing. Obviously, I've been able to really take advantage of that support, and hopefully I'm going to double down. I'm going to be doing a lot more casted games, especially coverage of the new DLC coming to Age of Empires 4. Age of Empires 4 is in a fantastic spot right now. We are awaiting new civilizations, the Byzantines and the Japanese. Speaking of which, I would love to hear your opinions and what kind of civilization you're looking forward to seeing the most, playing the most. Will it be the Byzantines? Will it be the Japanese? Now, there are 4 other variant civilizations as well. 1 for the French, 1 for the Chinese, 1 for the Abbasid dynasty, 1 for the Holy Roman Empire. So you've effectively got 6 new civilizations. And boy, oh boy, is that a lot of new civilization matchups, and new options, new opportunities to play the game the way that you want to, with the kind of civilizations that you want to. And we can see fitzbro just looking around the map just to scout whether there are any docks or not, of which there are none. Well, looks like the Mongols going to pressurize on the gold, which you'd expect, but fitzbro does have enough gold, of course, to get to that next stage. He's going to go with the military wing, no real surprises there. But this will give Moo the bounty that he will so badly want by setting this building on fire, and he's working on the outpost as well. Now, interestingly enough, I would have loved to have seen the outpost a little bit further around, because then it would actually target this gold, but it's not quite going to be in range, so fitzbro could transition onto this gold position if he so wishes to do so. But of course, in the feud age, you tend not to. You kind of want the food and the wood to be able to get those units. But yeah, speaking of units, I mean, 3 units coming from the military school will push this back a little bit, or at least stop the oncoming push further forward. But I certainly think the Mongols would love to get another outpost here. In any case, I mean, talking about this matchup and the way it's heading this direction, you might be thinking, oh well, fitzbro's in a world of problems, and he is, but fitzbro can push this back. Once he does get to the next age, he'll have archers, you have the tech advantage, and he should be able to pump out some units himself and get some production buildings. He does have a decent amount of wood coming in, 10 villages on wood, more coming out as well as we speak. And he will be looking to get production buildings as soon as he gets to the next age, and then try and push back. Now, he does need to keep hold of these berries, because the fact that he doesn't have any docks means that he's going to have to be reliant on food on land. And I don't really see any sheep. Oh wait, that's actually kind of concerning. Where's the sheep for fitzbro? Holy moly. I've got to take a look at where his scout is. Okay, scout's got a couple of sheep, 5. It's not a lot. And there we are. Spearmen take care of the mining camp. They do garrison inside the outpost. And so, well, fitzbro has really only one option, just to go forward. He can't really just hang out and defend at this point. He's got to pressurize. Now, this outpost rush has taken a little bit of the steam out of the Mongols. You know, that does delay their feudal age. As we can see now, is going to go up with the deer stones with 4 villagers building it. So it will take some time to get there. By the time he gets there, though, he might be pressurized off this position. fitzbro really does need to target this. Just take out the overweave can, push back the production buildings, and that'd be a nice way to try and push back this aggression that's coming in. Although we speak of that, he might lose a villager if he's always just about going to get away with that. Fitzbro with those villagers on berries, but he needs these berries. Now, he does have the sheep back in the town centre now, which will certainly be helpful, but, you know, losing out on the berries as the Abbasid dynasty is pretty painful. And just the one Khan as the ranged unit, but just putting out one archer here and a second for Fitzbro will be enough to push this back. So he keeps hold of the berries for now, and I would be expecting to see Fitzbro dropping an outpost just to further solidify and cement his protection. Although the spearman might just try and charge this, the archer might be at risk. Let's get poked and prod. I mean, there aren't any weak villagers here, so good micro there by Fitzbro to bring the weak villagers back underneath the town centre. As you can see, this lady, or gentleman rather, getting the sheep there underneath the protection of the town centre. Now the unit's heading southwards for Fitzbro and has forced the barracks away from the Uvu, so we can't double produce here. Mu, although he's not going to really produce out of the barracks anyway. Not in the feudal age. He's going to be wanting to drop an archery range of his own. Maybe get some Keshiks could be an option. The trouble is that gold is under pressure, right? So he can't really afford Keshiks here, the Mongols. He's going to have to get an archery range, which is kind of an issue because there's horsemen on the field for the Abbasid dynasty. So nice kind of counterplay here by Fitzbro. He will want to eventually try and target this outpost to get it out of his face, but he doesn't necessarily have to. There's no rush to, because if he gets like a town centre, which it looks like he might potentially consider doing, on this position here, that will protect the gold and the stone. He does need to secure this gold though. It'd be really bad if he does lose that. The Gur being pushed away. Look like the archer range is going to go there. Try and double produce from that if he can. A couple of units for Fitzbro, slowly making work at this Ovu. I think he's just going to risk it and just try and double produce from the archer range, the Mongols here. Outpost still up and running and annoying, and the Khan as well on the berries. And well, things are interesting. Wait a minute. Mu's going for a second town centre, which is kind of tricky. I mean, you expect that from the Abbasid dynasty, not really the Mongols, but you can see the wood count really start to escalate. It's going to be 900 wood the cost for a second town centre for the Mongols. It's going to double produce those archers twice as well, so it's going to have a decent number. It's going to take the fight, it seems. If he can micro down the archers first, then that would be ideal, but Fitzbro, he spots it. Oh, and he targeted the spearmen, which isn't the right choice, but in any case, he can't really fight because of the units here for Fitzbro diving on that almost instantly. Double archers coming out again. Once more, archers are going to be able to snipe that for Fitzbro, maybe? No, he survives with only 6 HP, but damage has been done. Horseman does perish there for the Abbasid dynasty. And, well, it's been a hot words. There's been a hot engagement here so far already on Volcanic Island, which you'd kind of expect on this map. And the Uvu will be taken out now. The archer range has been saved for now, at least. And there's that second town centre coming out for Mu. So he's actually going to have a economy lead, which you don't really expect as the Mongols versus the Abbasid dynasty. And Fitzbro has to commit to a 250 wood ram to take that outpost. But it will buy himself some space to breathe again, some space to expand his economy. Do well to replenish that lumber camp when he gets the chance. The 2 town centres going to play a very condensed economy. Now Fitzbro does spot that. He knows that's happening, so I suspect he'll be transitioning to a 2 town centre himself. He's looking to get fresh foodstuffs, which reduces the cost of his villages by 35%. And there it is. There's the transition to stone for a second town centre. It does have that outpost on the berries. Sending some archers southwards here for Mu just to push back the army. But Fitzbro with definitely the military advantage, you know, 20 military. I'm pretty surprised. Wait, hang on a minute. Okay, I think he might have deleted the ram. Goes for a second town centre instead, but he loses a horseman quite cheaply, and he's going to lose archers here as well. Fitzbro. Oh, this is not great. He's losing units. He can lose horsemen as well if he's not careful. This outpost has got so much value. Another horseman being trickled in, but he's going to want to. Yeah, I mean, he's losing valuable HP. It's not like he can heal these units up either. It's rather unfortunate. In any case, getting enough stone very soon for that second town centre. Now, the fact that he didn't go for the economy wing doesn't mean he plays full price. 350 stone for that guy. For that town centre. Meanwhile, though, Mu's been double producing, or at least, you know, twice as fast production of villagers with the second town centre. Getting another archery range. So double archery range and barracks for Mu and the Mongols. This outpost is still posing a problem for Fitzbro. I think, has he got a wayward? Yeah, he's got a really awkward rally point. He needs to fix that. He has now. There's that second town centre. A decent amount of berries there. Could place a mill here, actually. Gather some of the shortfish. Be a nice bit of food income. Pushing back the archers with the horsemen. the south area of that forest. But Mu on the back of this, well, he's certainly ecoing up very nicely, double producing on the archers from the Uvu, and a stable as well, maybe to get some of those Keshiks. The question is, where does fitzbro go from here? Does he go for a castle age behind this? Quite possibly. It looks like Mu's committing to the feudal age. No real signs for going for the castle age himself. No villages on gold. I think it's going to be a full feudal play by Mu. It seems like it, considering the production building numbers he's got, and also the fact he's not on gold at all. Fitzbro, on the other hand, well, we'll have to see. He's going to get more stone for a third town centre. That's pretty greedy, but I mean, if it's going to be a full feudal age affair, full feudal age aggression from the Mongols, this might not be a bad option. You know, town centres obviously nice static defences. And if you can ramp up their economy, keep it alive for long enough, it might pay back in the medium to short term. But if Mu goes for the castle age eventually, that could potentially be punished at 3 TC boom. He is now on gold, but pulls the villagers back for now. He's going to be getting the upgrade to the horsemen, converting them from early to regular, so it might not be Keshiks necessarily. It's going to be horsemen instead. Question is, where does Fitzbro go for that third town centre? I mean, he's still not been able to deal with that outpost. He could potentially place it, I mean, it's quite far forward, right? Here, maybe, I mean, he would love to be here with the deer stone and berries, but the question is whether he could get there or not. That is the question. I don't think so with the outpost there. We'll have to deal with that first. I mean, he could burn it down with textiles, but that would leave a lot of idle time on those villages. In fact, he's going to go for more of a condensed approach. Place it down in between the primary and the secondary town centre. Going to look to try and catch up. Now he's investing in a ram to take care of that outpost. Better late than never, but now the military numbers starting to build up by Mu. He's going for that full feudal age aggression, of course. And he's also getting a double broadaxe to increase that wood income by a good 15% on the gather speed. Well, 46 economy versus 40, 23 military to 17. But Fitzbro's going to struggle to kind of keep up with the military numbers. He's already behind. Now that he's investing in the third town centre, it takes time for those villagers to pay itself back. And these villagers gathering the berries, they're going to exhaust the berries very, very fast. He's going to have to find another source of food. The trouble for Fitzbro as well, a lot of production on the front side of where it's going to be pushed very soon, you feel. Oh, hang on a minute. What's going on in this? Superior mobility. Pack buildings move 50% faster. Alright. Now hear me out. Hear me out. There's kind of only one reason that this would be happening. Now, in early stages of Age of Empires... Oh, yes, it is. In early stages of Age of Empires 4, we used to see a Mongols TC drop, and it looks like we're going to be seeing the same thing. The guy moving across the map slowly but surely, but now with the upgrade, he's going to be going 50% faster. He's making his way. Now, this actually used to be, I think, maybe 100% faster back in the day. These guys used to whiz through, and this is a problem for Fitzbro, right? He doesn't have the army numbers to kind of stop this. 32 to 18, and this TC, he's making his way across the map. The question is, where does he place it? And, I mean, this is a problem for Fitzbro, for sure. Because his 3 town centre boom is going to be met with a town centre of his opponent right in his face. And soon enough, moving down the south, Fitzbro, I don't think he sees this just yet, right? I mean, he does see, actually. He's got the outpost. So he spots it now. His garrisoning inside the outpost. He's going to get the archers there as managed as possible. But I don't think there's any way to stop this. He could try and put some palisade walls down. It's not really the way, though. The archer's going to garrison inside. He's going to place the town centre right next to that secondary town centre expansion. The villagers on berries have to back away. The horsemen diving in. The archers on the back line. And Mu, he's pushing ahead heavily with 41 military versus 18. Fitzbro going to the castle age behind all of this. 3 town centre castle age. Pretty greedy. But he maybe could make it work if he could just survive this push. Get some castle age units out. Get some gulams is probably the best way with iron undermesh if he can afford it. I mean, he doesn't have the... He has a decent amount of wood. He could afford a blacksmith. He needs one desperately. But he needs those upgrades. But he's only got 1 villager on food. That is a problem. Look at the town centre from the Mongols punishing those villagers. Villagers going down left, right and centre. 9 villagers have been killed for the Abbasid dynasty. He is struggling. He's behind on economy, behind on military, and well, from here, that attack on town centre. Oh, man. The Mongols' toxic TC strategy is back. He's back with a bang. Now, he does have a couple of villagers on deer pack protected with the archers. And he's definitely going to need this food very, very fast because he's not going to be able to afford anything. He's going to get to the castle age but can't afford anything. But still another minute away from that castle age timing, which is a bit of a concern. Here comes a ram for Mu and more horsemen. The ram coming out for Fitzbro, trying to take out the TC, but it's not going to be enough. It doesn't have the military support. The archers aren't there, and this is a problem situation. That is for sure. That town centre is going to be at risk for sure. It's just about a buying time for Fitzbro. If he can gather enough food for military, the archers aren't going to cut it. It's going to need the premium units. The trouble is, it's 33 seconds away from that castle age, and then he needs to start production, right? It's kind of a problem. He only has I mean, he hasn't even got a barracks. That's the real concern. Can't really go for stable units. It could potentially go for lancers, but it just feels rough because then it's just a transition from Mu to spearmen. That third town center will go down now. Well, it's certainly turned up in heat on Volcanic Island. And behind this, I mean, it looks like Mu, I mean, let's just take a look at the income per minute, because potentially Mu could go to the Castle Age himself. He's going to opt for full feudal for now, at least the 3 rams coming out. And there's that Castle Age coming in for fitzbro. It does have 1 barracks being built, but no blacksmith. He can't afford everything, right? So he's going to go for boot camp now to increase the health on those gulams. This is the one hold he needs to do. He needs the gulams out. He needs them now. And he needs the upgrades. Oh, the horsemen. They're going to find the villagers. That is a huge problem. Fitzbro has to back away from that somehow and survive if he can. But does Moose see this? I think he does. He spots it. And he's going to dive on them. Oh, that's a lot of villagers. Just about to be sniped there. The army for Fitzbro are going to try and cut this off, but it just doesn't seem like enough. The horsemen dive in for Mu, and that's a problem. Those villagers have to go somewhere. He's been completely suffocated in. That third town center that he expanded to, Fitzbro, now going to go down. Oh, it's a complete massacre. Mu's going to dive in with the horsemen. Villagers trying to hold on to their lives, and the archers trying to push them back, but it's just not going to happen. It's fighting underneath the town center, but it probably doesn't matter. And behind this, here come more rams for Mu and the Mongols. But Fitzbro holding on just for now. The villagers coming out to take out the rams, but they are under a lot of fire from the town center. And that town center offering so much protection for Mu. It's terrible, actually, when you think about it. There's one Gulam going to push away all those horsemen, but I think the horsemen could probably take that fight. Villagers coming out to gold again. He needs gold. That is for sure, to be able to produce those Gulams. Will he have enough? That's the question. Now, the resources looking great for Mu. He's going to probably get for that Castle Age behind all of this. I think Fitzbro is still in the game, probably only because his opponent isn't in the Castle Age. But once that Castle Age comes in, I think there's no way back into the game for Fitzbro for sure. But he's going to try his luck for now, at least. Well, he hasn't given up just yet. 31 archers for Mu, and wow, okay, well, Fitzbro is really lagging behind on military count. Only 8 military versus 57. He's going to hold on for now, but get the impression, slowly but surely, Fitzbro is going to be bowing out of this game. Taking out the mill, and the camel is going to be surrounded by the horsemen. That one camel, I'm afraid, can't do it all himself. He dies a very painful death, but a very honourable one. Gulam and a spearman there as well with a couple of archers. Again, one spearman is not going to be enough, and one camel is not going to be enough. There it is. There's the Castle Age for Mu, I think. Yeah, it is. And there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Fitzbro taps out. It is the Mongols TC Rush. The toxic strategy is back in Age of Empires 4. Hope you guys enjoyed the castle game. Take care and see you on the next one.